We're called Kroma Quartet, and Kroma, we're all women of color. And these girls are really amazing. They've almost become like my family. We play anything from classical stuff to pop covers, we do a little bit of jazz, and we even have our own arrangement of Nina Simone's For Women, which is very fitting for our group.
It's just my passion. My true passion is music, so I'm so glad that I came back around to it even after several years.
Music has been a positive outlet for me throughout my entire life. It's given me a way to express myself creatively. It's given me a way to connect to people. It's given me an opportunity to share something that I love.
It's not work, it's just joy and just getting better at something that I love on a daily basis.
Kind of started with the fact that my dad is actually a musician. I remember, I think I was 3, we went to a music festival in Mississippi, and we passed by a booth, and I think they had stringed instruments. I remember seeing a guitar and a violin. So I needed a violin, I needed to play violin. And it actually took them until I was 11 or 12 to finally get me a violin. When I finally got the violin, I was just drilling. Like, I was practicing 6 hours a day.
I remember writing down like a little vision and on some paper and figuring out how I could make that happen, and I never met the right players. And then, boom, all of a sudden I met Crystal Alforky. She approached me, so as soon as she did that, I was just like, perfect, a perfect match and a dream come true.
It's coming together as a group how we got close. It wasn't like we had friendship, we had the friendship first. We actually came together as a quartet first, and we became close. They're all so talented and all from different musical backgrounds. I think that's what's really interesting.
I am from a family of musicians. My dad is a cellist, my mom plays violin. They're also both music teachers, and so I grew up with it all around me. I started playing at a very early age. It's either 4 or 5, I don't really remember. My sisters are also musicians. Older sister plays violin, younger violin and viola, and so we grew up playing together. We had a trio called the Flamingo Trio, a very, very, very fantastic trio.
One important aspect of my development as a musician is to find that family that we can gel and grow and know each other and musically. And what Kroma really is a great highlight for me. I talk about it all the time.
Oh gosh, I started playing viola when I was 13. I started earlier with violin when I was 6, but I switched to viola when I was 13, and my violin did not see the light of day. It was just like I was meant to play it. I feel really lucky. My parents are really open-minded when it comes to music, and they're just really into the arts, really. I mean, I'm named after Nikki Giovanni, who's a Black poet. But in my house, it was so eclectic. My dad, he's a Beatles fan. Also, both of my parents love Motown and soul, you know, because of the churches that I went to as a kid. I was around gospel. That was my first live music.
I had been playing around town, and I had ideas of musicians that I wanted to work with. I remember I had an orchestra rehearsal, and I knew, I was like, listen, Nikki's going to be at this orchestra rehearsal. We've got to rush Nikki and get her to be part of this group. We found our other violinist, and from there, it's just been fun times. So now currently, we've been doing like your regular gigs. We got to play on the AMAs with Rihanna for Song Diamonds.